first guy to take a look at is a guy from Texas, Xavier Worthy. What do you think some of the things that the Browns like about him that would make him appealing to this offense?
Well, I think it's a really good draft for the Browns because they need some guys who can get some easy yards, do some things for them in space. We have talked about that for eons in the last couple of years about guys who can get them easy yards. And the good thing about this draft, it is a deep draft at receiver. So you got Harrison, Dunze, Nate, those guys up top, but there's some guys that are real close to that. And Xavier Worthy's a guy that I really like. He's a guy that he's a 4.29 guy, so he might be the fastest guy in the draft. He had 78 receptions for 1,000 yards last year. He's had a really good, solid career every year. But what he does is he separates. And the thing I like about him is his ability. He can run the full route tree from inside and out. He can be a punt returner. He can take those easy run-pass options, those hitches, those slants, and he can take those to the house. And those are the clips we have. So if you take a look at, the clips that we're going to see on Xavier Worthy, you see the first one right here. It's just a vertical, and you're going to get a couple different looks at it. And what he does, he has great spatial awareness. He has great body control. And like I said, his ability to run by people. So you can see a great throw here against Alabama. He adjusts his body and makes a great throw. And then it takes him right into what I think the Browns really need. The Browns have really struggled in their return game. And again, they got to be able to shorten the field so they don't have to go perfect. And you're going to see what he does here in the punt return game, which is another thing I think he can help the Browns is in their return game, especially their punt return game, and get some more yards. And then last, what I like about him, if you look at the last clip, we're going to see what he does in space. So this is just run pass option. Ewers is going to take this because he likes to look, and this is just a stop or a now. A lot of different calls from him, but it's basically saying we're going to run past a guy. He does all of these things really well. The one concern you would have is that he's 175 pounds, and I have never taken into account size in terms of weight, but after being down on the sidelines last couple of years at camp, these guys are so big and fast. You worry about a guy taking hits and being available for 17 games. And that would be my only concern. He can run all the routes. He comes from a great pass offense. They do great things at Texas. I just think his size would be the only concern. In fact, I think his size is why he's not a first-round guy.
Yeah, he goes 6'1", 172 is what he's listed at. It's intriguing, though. If you can get deep on Alabama, there's something and the other thing is, unlike Schwartz, who the Browns drafted, this guy is a football player first. He's played significant football as opposed to Anthony Schwartz, so that's interesting as well.